Well, do you worry about your car getting stolen? I know I do. Today I'm going to show you in this video just how to deactivate your key fob remote, and we're talking about a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado today. However, this goes for many different makes and models, Nissan, Ford, Toyota, and many different cars. So stay tuned. As I said, I'm going to show you just how these work and how to deactivate them, potentially stopping your car from being stolen in future. Well, just quickly, a little bit on these remotes and how they work. They're obviously transmitting a signal. We can hit the lock button there, it locks the car. We can hit the unlock button and it obviously unlocks the car. If we go up to the vehicle and we don't happen to have the key in our hand, we can simply lock the vehicle by pushing over the sensor there. It's not a button, it's just a sensor that picks up on your finger and locks the vehicle, and the vehicle is now locked and we can walk away. If you're coming up to the car and you've got no key in hand, you simply put your hand in the door handle on the front handles on the front doors and it'll unlock the car. And same thing with starting the car. You don't need the key in hand. You know, gone are the days where you put the key in the ignition there. There is no ignition apart from the engine start stop button there, the push button start. So very, very handy technology with the key fob remotes. And as I said, they're transmitting a signal, and look, picking up on the car, a very, very incredible technology, but also very, very scary. And I'm going to explain a little bit more why. So a little bit on this remote, just how they work is all your information, vehicle's information, is stored on this remote, and what it's doing is it's trying to emit that signal and connect with your car at any given time, not just when you're around your car, but at any given time. I mean, I could be 3-4 k's off down the street or in the bush, my signal is still being emitted from this little remote until I deactivate it, which I'm going to show you soon. But basically what the signal does is transmit, and it can transmit anywhere from 3 foot up to around 300 feet away, so quite a distance away. So in other words, someone doesn't have to be right here, standing right beside the vehicle to get your vehicle's information. Someone could be parked around the corner and be obtaining my vehicle's information as we speak, and that's the scary thing about them. So these remotes transmit the signal looking for your car, and you could be at a car park with hundreds of other vehicles. And the scary thing about these remotes is they're not just looking to connect with your car, they're looking to connect with other people's cars until it recognizes your vehicle and connects with it. So look, they're pretty handy technology, as we've shown. We can unlock and lock and open the vehicle, keyless entry, keyless start. That's cool, but the scary thing is they're basically like a credit card, and they're emitting all your sensitive information, your vehicle's information. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here. We're going to show you just how to deactivate this remote, and I'm also going to explain that it does go for other models too, and I'm going to explain just how they work, and very, very similar methods. So we just basically hold down the lock button and it'll lock the vehicle, and keep holding it down, and we push the unlock button twice. Now you see the red light flashing there. Now what that's done is has deactivated that remote. So all that sensitive information that I was just talking about, your vehicle's stored information that is on this remote that is trying to connect and emit that signal, it is now deactivated. So this remote is basically dead in the water. It's not being able to be picked up by anybody and basically have that information stolen or duplicated onto another key fob. So, and what we can do here, so don't mind the rain, what we can do here is we can prove that it's deactivated by showing you that the door handles now don't work. Nothing works. It's dead in the water. So how we reactivate that remote, and it's very simply done, is by just pushing one of either buttons, the lock or the unlock. So we'll try it now. I'll just show you once again. Completely dead. No door handles are working. The remote is dead. The car won't start. The remote is not transmitting that signal. Your sensitive information is not out there. And by pushing a button, we can reactivate that remote. And we'll just lock the car there. It's a bit wet, so it's sort of working funny. But look, we can now activate the car, and we've locked the vehicle. You can see that at the back there, the car is locked, and we can reactivate unlocking the car just by putting the door handle on. So very, very simple. That rain's getting heavier. We're going to show that again though, just by simply holding the lock button, and you're going to see that red light flash, which indicates that you've basically deactivated the remote. So hold the lock button down, and 1, 2, and you see that light flash there. That remote is now dead in the water once again. So the vehicle was locked when we pushed the lock button. and you'll see once again we've got nothing. So what you're doing when you're deactivating that remote, as I said, is stopping it from emitting that signal, that all your sensitive information. So if you're at home, you're locking the car for a night time in the shed or in the driveway, or even in a shopping centre, and you're going to go spend a few hours and you leave your car out in the car park, deactivate this remote. Deactivate your remote, because it'll stop the signal being basically emitted and stop all your sensitive information being stolen. And chances are, well, your car will be there when you get back, because no one will be able to copy this information on the remote. So very, very handy to know. Right, well, as you've seen, we showed how to deactivate this little remote, and this is a Toyota Land Cruiser 2021 Prado. However, if you have a Toyota Camry, RAV4, anything else Toyota that has these key fob remotes, you'll be able to do the exact same as what I've shown you. Hold the lock button down, double press the unlock button to deactivate your remote, and then push any button to reactivate it again. So any Toyota will work that way, and in actual fact, Fords will do the same. If you've got a key fob for a Ford Everest, Ford Ranger, they should do the same. If not, it might be a little bit more advanced. You might have to go into the Ford CarPlay or app or what have you. And if you have a Nissan, it's as simple as holding the two buttons down together. So not just one at a time, hold them both down together, the lock and the unlock button, hold them down together for 3 seconds, and it should deactivate your remote. And once again, you should see a little light blink. And if you notice, before when we deactivated it, we had nothing on the door. So if you've got nothing on the door, you can't get the keyless entry, basically you've deactivated your remote. And to reactivate it, just simply push a button and you'll be back to normal again. And as I said, does not affect the vehicle in any way, so don't think you're doing anything bad or you're going to damage anything. It's perfectly fine to do. In actual fact, I don't know why Toyota or other manufacturers don't sort of show these tips and tricks when you're purchasing these vehicles. Such simple things that could save you such massive headaches. Who wants their car stolen? No one. So hope you enjoyed, and well, I hope it helps.